Okay, we're going to start in a standing position. So with your ball in front of you, bring your fingertips to the ball, walk yourself back to a nice little V shape, a little supported down dog to start. Make enough space so your head can drop between your arms. Let your head hang heavy here, and just take a couple of nice deep breaths. Awesome, one more breath here. And then we're gonna firm up the belly, pull the abdominal muscles in, lift your torso slightly, and now we're gonna move forward. Think tabletop position. So we wanna stabilize our hands on the ball. Slide your right leg back. Just make sure you have a stable position. And then we're gonna take 8 leg lifts here. So you're gonna just lift the leg as high as feels good, lower the toe back down to the ground. Lift up and lower down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Set that foot down, restabilize anything that you need to, and now we're going to take it over to the other side. Slide the left leg back, stabilize first, and you don't have to go super high as long as you're stable. Firm up your belly, lift the leg up, lower it down. Lift up and lower it down. Beautiful. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nice work. Last one. Beautiful. Walk it back to your down dog. Get a little stretch to the backs of the legs. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're going to come down into a kneeling position. So step one knee down and then the other. And then once you've got your way there, elbows and forearms on the ball, and kind of like you're making a little triangle. So knuckles are going to be in towards each other and elbows are a little bit wider. So that's the stable base. We're going to use a little triangle shape to kind of stabilize. And then we're going to just focus on pushing into the forearms and the elbows, broaden the shoulders, and then soften. Broaden the shoulders and soften. Broaden the shoulders and soften. One more just like that. Broaden and soften. Cool. Now curl your toes under, broaden the shoulders, pick up your knees, release your knees, soften your shoulders. Broaden your shoulders, pick up your knees, release your knees, soften your shoulders. Nice. Broaden your shoulders, lift your knees, lower your knees, soften your shoulders. One more here. Broaden your shoulders, lift your knees, lower your knees, soften your shoulders. Beautiful. Now we're going to practice this with our knees down. And then the next time we come back to the stability ball, we're going to do it with the knees lifted. So with the elbows and forearms on the ball, firm up your belly, and we're going to start to draw the alphabet. So you're going to draw an A, capital A or lowercase, totally up to you. Draw yourself a B, capital B or lowercase, totally up to you. Draw yourself a C, but the whole time you're keeping your abdomen nice and firm. Draw a D, draw yourself an E. We're working into the shoulders and we're just practicing the maneuver. Draw yourself an F. Go through the alphabet, go to G. I'm on J. I don't know where you guys are at. Keep that belly firm the whole time. Nice. If you do O in one direction, do your Q in the other direction, just so you get that nice big circle, because it feels good. All right, I'm on Z. So you finish up whatever you're working on. And then when you feel like you've gotten that last letter done, pull that ball nice and firm into the belly. We're just going to let a belly fall onto the ball. Let your upper back body round over the ball. Let your arms be nice and heavy. Take about 5 nice big breaths here. Just let your belly be soft. Let the ball create a little compression on your belly and your chest, and then see if you can just feel your breath in your back of your body and in the side of your body. One more breath here. And then firm up your belly just a little bit. So we lift our gaze, and now we're going to curl the toes under, walk yourself forward so you're in a bit of a tabletop position. So just depending on the size of your ball, your knees might be on the ground, your knees might be lifted. That'll just depend on the size that you're working on. And now we're going to take it into alternating bird dogs, but we're going to keep one hand and one foot on the ground, extend the other out, bring it back in slow, slow, slow as you can. Stabilize in the center, reach the other hand out. Bring it back in nice and slow, stabilize at the center. Extend out. Beautiful, bring it back in with control. Switch to the other side. Lovely, one more time each side. Nice, and now we're gonna keep the torso in a little bit of that more forward position, but can you bring your knees back down to the ground, hands behind the head here, and now we're gonna round slightly over the ball, push your head into your hands, lift your chest, squeeze those back muscles. Beautiful, round over the ball, push your head into your hands, lift, and round over. Nice work, 2 more to go here. Last one. And then as you release, let your hands release to the floor, round over your ball. Take 5 more nice deep breaths here. Wonderful. When you're ready, slowly walk yourself back up. We're going to rearrange ourselves so that we can sit on the ball and then have your hand weights nearby so you'll be able to have access to them. All right, so as you come down into your seated position, step your feet so that they're about hip width distance apart. And we're just gonna start with that little bit of a rock forward and back. So we're gonna bring it forward, allow your toes to go slightly, allow your knees to go slightly past your toes if that's available, and then push yourself back. So it's nothing fancy, but we just wanna create a little bit of space in the knees. But if your knees act a little mischievous about this particular position, just go as far as safe for your knees. Awesome. 2 more forward and back. Great. And then once you come back to that stable position, we're going to move right into pelvic tilt. So we're just going to curl the tailbone under and push the tailbone back. So it's really just moving the hips. Everything else is going to stay as stable as it can. So it might feel like a very small and subtle movement. You might not even see much going on. We're just going to find that little tilt of the pelvis, curl back and curl forward. Just take a few times going at a pace that feels good. Awesome. And then take 1 or 2 more forward and back. And then we're going to take it into that sideways position. So with your feet firm on the ground, like you're hiking up one hip and then the other. So you're just going to shift your hips side to side. And again, it might feel like a really small and subtle movement, but we want to keep our feet firm on the ground, make most of that work come out of the hips and the side body. So you might feel that little side body area helping make that muscle action happen. Awesome. 1 more time each side, or even yourself out. And then we're going to circle the hips around. So just making those hips come forward, out to the side, push the tailbone back, and then just kind of smooth that movement out. Beautiful. 2 more in this direction. And then we're going to take those circles and go the other way. Nice. One more time around in this direction. And then we're going to move right into a seated cat-cow. So with your feet firm on the ground, butt nice and firm on your ball, grab your knees. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Hang on to those knees, round your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, round your back. Beautiful. One more just like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And then find a neutral spine. Now we're going to grab our weights and we're going to step our feet just a little bit wider so we have just a little space in front of us. And we're going to take it right into some bicep curls. So elbows are going to hug into the side body, and then you'll just rearrange your legs so that you have the right amount of space for you. Arms are going to extend as long as they can go, and then pull those weights up to the shoulders, lower them back down. We got 7 more to go here. Last one. And then we're going to flip the palms. So now palms are going to be facing inward. And then we're going to come back to those bicep curls. So you might have to just do a little rearranging, make sure your elbows feel like they're in a good position, and draw the knuckles up towards the shoulders. Awesome. We got 5 more to go here. Last one, but now we're going to keep that palm facing inward situation. Now keep the arms long, reach through the knuckles, come to that shoulder height, and then lower back down. But think about reaching through your knuckles as you lift, reach through your knuckles as you lower down. Beautiful. We got 6 more to go here. Last one. Lower those weights down, soften your elbows, give your fingers a little wiggle, step your feet in a little bit closer. And now we're going to start to take it so that we can start to move ourselves into a position where we find the ball underneath our back. So load those weights up at your shoulders, walk yourself forward, lean back just a little bit, find the low back, walk yourself back up and in. Walk yourself forward, lean back, find the low back, walk yourself back up and in. Beautiful. 2 more just like that. Walk forward, find your low back. Bring it back with control. Nice. Last one. Walk forward, find the low back. Bring it back up with control. Cool. Now take it even further. Find the low back, middle back, maybe even the ribs, and then walk it back up with control. 3 more just like that. So we're just walking it out a little bit further. Awesome. Last one, but now this time stay out there. So as you walk out, find that middle back. And then once you're there, we're taking it right into some chest presses. So palms are going to face down towards your knees. Push your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Lower back down with control. 7 more to go. Last one. Load up at your chest. Walk all the way back up and in. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Take a nice big breath. Bring your head to center. Drop your ear over to your left shoulder. Take a nice big breath. Bring your head back to center. And now we're going to walk it back out to that position and take it into some pullovers. So now we're going to take a closer grip. So as you come back down onto your lower position, load up, bring those weights together, bring them up and overhead. You can reach as far back as you can control, and then pull it back to chest height. Reach up and overhead just as far as you can control. Pull it back up and in. And as you reach up and overhead, you want to think about pulling your belly towards the ball. So you stabilize your center. Beautiful. We got 4 more to go here. Just go as far as you can control. Bring it back up. 3 more to go. Last one. Bend your elbows, load up at the shoulders. Curl up the head, neck, and chest. Walk yourself back up and in. Let your weights rest on your thighs. Drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Take a breath. Drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Take a breath. Awesome. Bring your head to center. And now we're going to keep those weights. Extend your arms out. And now we're going to flip palms. So palms are going to rotate facing up towards the ceiling. You might feel a little opening in the chest. And then palms are going to rotate, and think about pushing your palms back. Palms flip, chest opens just a little bit. Palms flip back, but keep your belly firm. Beautiful. Palms flip. And then palms flip back. Nice. Palms flip. And palms flip back. Beautiful. 3 more to go here. Palms flip and flip back. Palms flip. Woo! This is a lot of work in the shoulders. Palms flip back. Nice work. Last one here. Beautiful. Now let your arms just rest out their sides, shrug out your shoulders, and now stabilize your feet. And now we're going to reach, like we're reaching down to touch the ground. If you can touch the ground, cool. And then take it over to the other side. Once you've got your legs in a good stable position, as you start to reach, lift your arms away from the ball. So think farmer's carry. So we keep the arms and the side body engaged the whole time. Reach down, touch the floor, or reach down just as far as you feel stable, and then bring it back up. Use your side body muscles to help you. Nice. Beautiful. One more time each side. Awesome. And then as you come back to center, we're going to come up to a standing position and set our weights off to the side so we have plenty of space. So just make sure that your weights are a little out of the way so that you're not going to step on them. And then we're going to take our ball out to one side. And then if you can, you're going to place your leg up on that ball. So you're going to get a little side leg lift. Make sure you feel stable in this position. And then we're going to take it into a little single leg squat. So toes pointing forward or toes pointing up, that's just going to be whatever feels more comfortable to your hip. So you'll choose your own adventure there. But we're going to think butt back, bend your knees, keep your chest and chin lifted, rise back up with control. Just go back as far as feels safe and comfortable where you've got stability. Rise back up. Beautiful. Butt back, bend your knees. Lift it back up. Nice. We got 5 more to go. Awesome. Last one. Nice. And then with control, lift that leg up off the ball. Take a second, bop out anything that you need to. And then we're going to move it over to the other side. So move your ball or move yourself. Place your leg over the ball and then get yourself into a position that feels good. Toes forward or toes up. That just depends on your hip variation and what you feel is more comfortable. Once you feel stable, away we go. Butt back, bend your knees, keep your chest and chin lifted, rise back up. Beautiful. Four more to go. Last one. Nice job. Okay, lift that leg off. And now we're going to come down onto our back. We're going to place the ball so that we can throw our legs up and over the ball. So come down onto the ground. Once you're there, kick your legs over the ball into a kind of reverse tabletop position, and then give yourself a second. Make sure everything feels like it's arranged nicely. Clothes are in a good position. Hair is in a good position. And then we're going to step the feet in so the heels are on the ball. And we're just going to fire up those hamstrings. So hands down on the ground. Press into the palms, into the backs of the hands, dig those heels into the ball, feel the hamstrings kick on, lift your tailbone about 1 inch or 2 away from the floor, release it back down. Push into your heels, lift your butt, lower your butt, relax your heels. Push your heels, lift your butt, lower your butt, relax your heels, push into the heels, lift your butt, lower your butt, relax your heels. Now we're going to go a little bit further. So you're going to push into the heels, See if you can lift the butt nice and high. Think hip bridge, lift just as high as you can and stay stable. Lower back down, relax your heels. Push into your heels, lift your butt just as high as you like. So you might choose to keep with that lower position, or if it feels good, lift up into that bridge, lower back down, relax your heels. 2 more to go, whichever variation you're choosing. Last one. Nice. And then release. Walk your legs in just a little bit so that your legs can rest kind of heavy on the ball. Let your arms come out at your sides. Take 3 nice deep breaths. No efforting here. Just allow a little bit of letting go. Relax your belly. Relax the backs of your legs. One more breath. Wonderful. And now we're going to step our feet to the outer edges of the ball. Can you squeeze into their feet, lift the ball up, and we're going to lift it up towards the sky, grab hold with the hands, let go with your feet, and then bend your legs into a tabletop position. Now we're going to bring that ball nice and tight up against the tops of the thighs and the knees, and then the arms are going to come up. So think dead bug position, but with that ball in your center. From here, we're going to push the right hand and the left knee into the ball. Left arm, right leg are going to extend out. So we're going to keep that ball nice and stable. Bring it back in, find that tight position. Left hand is going to push in, right arm, left leg are going to extend out. Bring it back in, find that tight squeeze and switch. Now see if you can find a little bit of a rhythm, switching sides, opposite hand, opposite foot, as you keep that ball nice and stable. Beautiful. Think about pulling your belly button down towards the ground to keep your back nice and stable. Take one more time each side, or even yourself out. Beautiful. And then see if you can grab hold of the sides of the ball, set your feet down. So we're getting a handhold with the ball, legs in a bent knee position. And now we're going to think skull crushers here. So we're just going to bend the elbows, let the ball gently touch the forehead, push the ball back up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows, let the ball touch your forehead, push it back up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. 2 more just like that. Nicely done. Okay, now walk your feet a little bit wider apart. Place that ball right between those legs, flip those legs back over the ball. Arms are going to come out nice and wide, and we're going to take it into some oblique twists. So keeping those knees together, drop your knees over to the right, right to the point where you feel those side belly muscles kick on, and then bring it back to center. Take it over to the left, right to the point where you feel those side belly muscles kick on, and then bring it right back in. Control that side to side movement. Keep both shoulders nice and anchored on the ground. One more time each side. Beautiful. Now we're going to take it into a little twist. So we're going to lift our legs up off the ball. If your ball rolls away, just go ahead and let it. But we're going to take those legs and just drop them over to the right. Let them come all the way down to the ground. Right hand to the outside of the thighs. Push your thighs down, push your left shoulder down, and then turn your head away from the knees. Take a nice big breath. Let your head come back to center, release your hand from your thighs. And now we're going to take that all the way over to the other side. So drop your knees over to the left, let them come all the way down, left hand to the thighs, push the thighs down, push your right shoulder down, turn your head to the right, take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then bring your head to center, release your hand. And now we're going to come up to an upright seated position. So with your ball out in front of you, a nice wide leg. So step your feet to a nice wide position that feels good. And then we're going to bring the hands to the ball. Think hip hinge. So we want to keep our legs slightly active, toes pulling backwards, and then walk yourself out just to a point where you feel a good stretch in the inner thigh or the groin, and then hang out there. Take 3 nice big breaths. Awesome. When you're ready, slowly bring it back up and in. We're going to swing the legs around so that we're in a high kneel position. And then we're going to place our elbows onto the ball to get a little stretch in the shoulders. So we're going to step the ball in, place your elbows on the ball, and then try to keep your butt fairly in line with your knees. And you'll just kind of walk that ball forward to the point where you get a little stretch in the shoulders and maybe in the armpit chest area as well. One more breath. All right, pull the abdominal muscles in, broaden your shoulders, release all of that, hands on the ball, and we're gonna lift up into a downward facing dog position. So from here, if you can, get a firm handhold, curl your toes under, push into the ball, lift your butt up, find that upside down V, push back into your heels, take a nice big breath. Awesome, and then when you're ready, soften your knees, lift yourself on up, shrug out your shoulders. You guys are amazing. That was a lot, that was a lot of work. You guys are so awesome. Nice job.